Welcome to Tomboy After Dark. I'm your host, Kristin Miles, and I am joined by my co-host, Lila Martone Smith. Say hi.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
What's going on?
A lot's going on. A lot is going on, but I was telling Kristin earlier, I'm just feeling alive and just inspired and like motivated in this really weird way. Like I woke up this morning, like ready to own the day, my life, the world, and then just crazy. Whether you believe in it or not, we are like big believers in all the juju. Okay, I got my little 1111 necklace on, which I'm obsessed with. Thank you, Mama, for getting it for me. And like me and my husband every day, 1111, 111, we're screenshotting, sending each other, telling each other I love you, all the things. So it's like our thing. And then Kristin has a tattoo for a set of angel numbers there. And yesterday I was in the TJ Maxx, which I love. Part of the reason I love being home. It's part of my joy. And I'm literally walking. I only walked by the stand because this lady's cart was in my way and I had to go around her. And I look over, and amidst all the chaos of the jewelry, if you've been to TJ Maxx, there's one box in the very center open, and it's this necklace with 444 on it. And I said, okay, universe, I see you. And then I was getting ready to leave, and my stove, as most people's stove clocks are, after the power goes out, you never reset it. I'm getting ready to walk out the door. I look at the clock on there and it says 444. I said, you know what? I hear you. I see you. So yeah. I'm just in I feel like I'm just just with energy and just positivity and just feeling good, feeling great. So that's where I'm at today.
I love it. I woke up the same way. I did not go to bed that way. But when I woke up, I said, no, we are putting on that blue dress and we were going to wear our blue eyeliner and we were going to make a good day of it.
That's right. Right. Sometimes
that's just what it is. And I'm an incredible dad.
Yeah.
As my coffee mug says. So we talked about this a little bit the other day, but we do need to make this a more of a segment.
Yes.
Okay. Zap. An energy zap.
I was like, what? Yeah. So this is our daily check-in and we are doing our joys and zaps right now. So an energy zap. What is your energy zap right now in this moment?
In this exact moment?
Yeah.
The thing that's most zapping my energy is that I have a couple of dogs that need medical attention, and it stresses me when they don't feel good. My dad said that one time that a parent's only as happy as their unhappiest child. And I have a couple of very uncomfortable fur children right now. Aww. I'm not okay with it, but it's just what it is, and one thing at a time. They just have funny skin. They do. Yeah. And for years, people would say, oh, you have bulldogs. Don't they have weird skin? Don't they have allergies? And I would think to myself, no, I have a 9-10-year-old bulldog. Right. I don't have any issues with him. Chloe is 6-7 years old, never had any issues. But yeah, Dutch hit 11 last year, and he started getting little hot spots for the first time ever. And then little Puddin' Pop has got some, and Gemma's got one, and now I'm totally revamping their whole food system, and right. I'm looking at every angle because this is not tenable for me.
When you have 7 dogs, it's hard to accommodate to all of them and all their needs and the skin flare up.
I might need more different types of food. They may all need different types. I don't know. I need to look into this a little bit, and also look into becoming a bulldog rescue. I need a tax break.
No, seriously. How many have you rescued?
5.
Y'all, 5 bulldogs. It's just like.
And I know people think I'm crazy. No. I know some people probably are oh my God, 7 dogs. But you have to think too, they're technically large roly-polies. In my mind, they are large roly-polies. They just kind of walk around.
Just slobbery.
They're all about 1.5 feet high, and they have a low center of gravity. And they all have little different personalities. They all ended up here for a reason, whether it was somebody else couldn't take care of them or somebody else didn't want to take care of them. I don't like in the beginning when I first started, getting phone calls about taking dogs in because they saw how well this one was treated. Right. I was a little more angry towards them where I'm like, oh, I can't believe they wouldn't want to take care of this dog. But now I recognize they recognize they don't have the capacity to take care of the dog. And I do have pretty endless patience with them.
You do. She does, y'all. It's unreal. Yeah.
But I love them. And I just hate to see an animal, not be appreciated.
And I feel like it's better if you know you can't take care of this dog and give it what it needs, then get rid of it and find someone that can. Don't just get rid of it. But I feel like so many people, they get these pets and they don't know what they're supposed to do with them. And then they keep them, but they resent them and they don't treat them right and they don't give them what they need. And then, I mean, you'd rather them here in their little happy world of a bulldog haven.
Yeah, it is. It's a house of bulldogs.
It is.
And I think, too, so many people are quick to throw them in the yard. Well, just put them in the yard. The other issue I've noticed, and it's got to be an issue because there are so many purebred English bulldogs that have just been given to me. And I mean, with papers and lineages, and they've been bred before. I mean, it gets me. But there's so much overbreeding is the point I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So now there are all these extra bulldogs, and anytime a dog becomes popular, and bulldogs in general got really popular, the English, the French, all of them, then Dobermans, they get popular, and then there's a bunch of Doberman, like any type of dog where there's a big rescue for, that was a popular dog at one point, and then they were overbred, and now the rescues are just overrun with them, and it just
and then they have so many problems because they are so severely overbred and not done correctly, and
skin issues,
hip issues, eye issues, ear issues. And then you're buying this dog that you wanted because everybody else has it, and then it's got all these problems, and then they get rid of it.
Yeah,
I know.
And you got to clean their wrinkles every day. And I haven't talked about this, and we're going to do it this week actually, but I'm going to have the videos coming out with the dogs. I know a lot of the girls and guys, you guys like dogs too, but I know a lot of you have dogs and enjoy dogs. I'm just going to be showing more about how I handle having the 7 of them and how we travel and vet appointments and cleaning their little folds and playtime and
it boggles
all
my
those
mind.
things.
How you do everything that you do and take care of these 7 dogs.
Toddlers.
Right. Yes. Roly-poly toddlers, essentially.
There is an episode of The Office. Have you ever watched The Office?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so I'm diehard.
Okay. Yes.
There's an episode where Andy has recently been fired, and then he's dating Erin at the time.
Okay.
And they go to a banquet auction kind of charity deal for animals, and there's all these old sick animals there for adoption. Andy is trying to show his big dick. He doesn't care that he lost his job and I'll be fine, and he adopts all these dogs. So then she and Erin are in the back taking ownership of these dogs and getting their medicine and their list of medications they have, and she's looking around. And you just see her face fall, and she says, "I'm a dog nurse."
That's you.
And you wouldn't believe how many times a day I think about that moment.
You are.
I'm a dog nurse.
You're a dog mom, dog nurse, dog rescue, dog shelter, dog everything.
Coffee spiller.
Whatever. Fine.
Okay, so what's giving you life?
I mean, I told you it was giving me life. I woke up life was giving when I woke up. Life just said I'm giving today. Yeah. So you know what? For my negative today, I'm not allowing it. Today is a day where I'm not allowing. Ask me again in 7 hours, 8 hours. But right now in this very, very moment, as we're recording this, I'm not giving in to any zaps. I don't have any right now. In this moment, I feel aligned. I feel positive. I feel good. I feel just ready to conquer the world. So I'm not letting anything zap me in this moment.
Sounds like a good
Except my knee.
My
knee hurts a little bit, but I tried to run yesterday. Y'all, anyway, so my knee is actually screwed up, but yeah, I tried yesterday. It was National Running Day or something, on the Apple Watch, they do little challenges and stuff. So I usually just walk 3-4 miles, but yesterday I did minute on, minute off, minute on, minute off. And then I woke up this morning and I felt like my leg was about to detach itself from the knee down. I'm not letting it zap me, but it does hurt. So the only ailment in my life, the only complaint I have is the fact that I think God just doesn't want me to be a runner. Every time I run, something, I know my body's just not used to it, but yeah, it's a lot for me. I just can't.
Where were you running?
On the Riverwalk.
So concrete?
It's concrete, and it's
that's the problem.
Yeah.
Pavement.
Yeah.
If you're if you run or walk for exercise at all, and you're walking on a road with a sidewalk, walk on the road, not the sidewalk, if at all possible. I'd definitely run on it if you can. Yeah. The pavement is a lot better on your knees than concrete.
Yeah.
100%. and
Me too.
hills. You need to be, if you're going to run and do your little minutes, do them on a hill.
Yeah.
It'd be easier on your joints, better for your
changes
booty.
where and it changes where you put the pressure. Yeah, I get that.
And I just don't think as women we're necessarily meant to run.
You know, I've always wanted to like wake up and just be one of those people that's like, yeah, I'm going to go on a 5-mile jog this morning for fun. And like people talk about runner's high and all this stuff. And like, I can't comprehend that ever happening because when I am running, I am so sanely aware of the exact amount of seconds that I have been running. Like my body tells me at a minute and a half, it's like, girl,
It's
like
been a minute and a half.
It's
bitch.
been and I can look down. It's 1 minute 27, 1 minute 33. Like literally, I would like to make it a goal, but I'm not. But it just boggles my mind, and I know it happens, and I know it's this thing where people are like, "Oh, I get runner's high, and I just ran for 10 miles today and didn't even realize it." I'm like,
now I have at times.
To me, running 10 miles, like, why would I ever in my life do that?
And I've done it for multiple days, multiple months in a row. Stupid. Don't suggest it, but I have done it. And there have been a couple of times where I have felt, I don't want to call it a high. It's not a high. Like it is the feeling that you would rather keep going than stop.
Okay.
That's what it was for me. It would be easier at this point for me to keep going than it is for me to stop.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. One time it definitely happened was when I did the Cooper River Bridge run. I wasn't planning on doing it. I hadn't trained for it. I was actually getting ready for my first contest, so that probably wasn't the smartest time to just go run a half marathon when you are. I actually don't know what the Cooper River Bridge run is. I think it's like 5. Okay. I don't think it's crazy. But just being in a huge calorie deficit, I mean, the first contest I ever did, I got ready for it really in like 7 weeks. It wasn't well thought out. I didn't do it intelligently. The people that were helping me had me on like 700 calories a day. It was not the time to go do the Cooper River Bridge run.
Or any run ever.
But it is the only time I've ever had that feeling. And I kind of think it might have something to do with the lack of calories because of the fasting. Because of fasting and how fasting can bring clarity and things like that. So I almost wondered if it didn't have something to do with the fact that I was on such low calorie diet.
Maybe you burned out all the carbohydrates out of your system, and your body just gets in this.
I don't know, but I knew my joints really hurt the next day, and I just didn't have enough body fat at the time. But running every day, twice a day, will make you. Well, I can't even say that because some people like that shit. Some people like that shit.
Some people do.
It wasn't for me. I always felt slow. Now, I love to go to the track and run sprints. I'll go out there and run an 800, run 400s. I love little 200s. That is my jam. Okay. I could get down on a track.
I'm just trying to.
But cross country is not my deal.
No.
And I did like when I was competing, I would just go like park somewhere downtown and get out and just run. Just like make my own path and go wherever I wanted and park somewhere, you know. What's that face?
No, I'm just, it amazes me. Like, I don't know what it is with running. To me, running is like, I will lift weights, I will swim, I will
jog might be, but jog.
I've never been in a situation where I'm like, I'm just going to go run in this space. And it just amazes me. I want to be like, I would love to be.
You just got to do it enough that it becomes kind of a habit that you miss not doing it. That's all that is. Yeah. That's all that is.
I think it's just something I'm going to leave out of my life. You know, like I'll do it, add it in a little bit and stuff, but I don't think my goal ever is going to be to become a runner.
Well, no, and it should be used as a tool anyway. I mean, when I'm speaking about the running, I'm sure there were times when no, the only time I was ever strapping my tennis shoes on to go for a run was because I knew I needed to get my heart rate up for 45 minutes to reach my goal to get on stage. And that's what the run was for. Yeah. It's the end goal. And something I want to touch on while we're talking about cardio is a tool. The minute that you become too conditioned or your cardio becomes too good, you have just decreased your fat burning abilities. I think people forget that. The better you get at cardio, for perfect example, the only reason I started running for contests was because walking on the treadmill at 3.5 miles an hour and a 10-degree incline was no longer getting my heart rate where I needed it to be to burn body fat. And that was the whole purpose. Right. So you can misuse cardio. Doing cardio too much has the opposite effect. And most of the people that do a lot of cardio and don't lift are fat. It's 2024. I think we know that by now. You got to lift weights. You got to do resistance training. You got to be able to move your own body weight. So cardio is like filler shit.
Yeah, I think for so long, cardio was like the central focus. You know, it was like we were told, you have to run, you have to do this, you have to do this. And I was always scared because I am a bigger person and I do have a lot of muscle. Like I'm a sturdy, strong person. And, you know, I was always scared, like, oh, I'm going to look like a man if I start lifting weights. And because I do, like, my muscles start to grow and like I start looking kind of like stronger, you know? So I was so scared of it. But then, and so I was just doing cardio. And then it was when I started lifting weights and, you know, not doing cardio every day, then my body started changing. Yeah. And I mean, I look at pictures of when I was younger and I was 40 pounds smaller, but my body is more shapely and more, things are more where they're supposed to be because of weightlifting and training.
Absolutely.
You know, and I'm trying to go heavier and I'm trying to go stronger and stuff. And you just feel, there's just this feeling after that next day when you wake up and you're like, damn, I did that. Yeah. Ooh, I did that. Yeah. And I love it. Yeah. And I love it.
I do too.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like cardio is not the only way. You know, I feel like they told fat people our whole lives that you have to run, you have to walk, you have to cardio. That's how you lose weight. And then weightlifting was supposed to be to define yourself after you've done all the cardio, lose weight. And that's bullshit.
I mean, I love to walk. I walk a ton, you know.
I love walking.
I walk a lot.
And with 7 dogs too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love being outside and I love walking and I think that's a benefit. I mean, you probably just being out in the sun, it feels amazing.
It is literally my walking and swimming are my two, like most of the time I used to like have the waterproof headphones, listen to music. And then now I've gotten to the point where it's kind of where I meditate. And I know that's crazy to meditate while you're doing physical activity. But, I mean, meditation essentially is turning your brain off and just allowing, you know, clarity and just allowing yourself to connect with yourself, the universe, whatever. And I've gotten to the point where now, and I mean, if anybody sees me, they're probably going to think I'm crazy, but when I'm swimming laps, I'm saying positive affirmations out loud. Yeah. I'm just swimming along and I just clear my mind. And there's something about the water and just like, you know, your body's moving, but you're kind of fluid with it. Same thing with walking. When I'm walking, I'm just, sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes it's just in silence. Sometimes I put on a good, you know, little audio book or something, but it's just my time to like decompress. And I love it.
Yeah. I totally agree. I love listening to a podcast.
I will say when I run or attempt to run, it has to be music. It has to be music because I have to I like music that I can like jog, run to the beat.
Like I feel like I'm in the club.
Yeah. Like I'm like, yeah. Yes. And then you feel like sexy, like you like getting it, you know, because I can't be listening to an audio book about, you know, a serial killer or something and be like,
I'm also dying.
Like, I'm going to die too now.
Well, have you ever seen anybody running down the street that just looked so happy?
Yes. Some people are just, like I was on the Riverwalk.
Even the people that don't look like they're struggling don't look like they're having the best time of their life.
You know, but like some people just look content. Sure. I would take it as far as content. Sure. And then some people look like they're dying. I probably look like I am a flailing, gasping for air. Like it's just not cute. Like me running is not a cute in any category. It's just not cute. It's not cute. I don't feel cute. I'm struggling. I'm counting the seconds for my, you know, I was trying to do that C2, what is it? C2 5K, couch to 5K. After week 3, I just can't do it. Like, and I've tried it. I've attempted it so many times and I do exactly what you're supposed to do. And every day, and I do this and run for this many minutes and walk for this. And then by week 3, my body's like, nah.
Have you ever tried cycling? Like a spin class, I should say.
No, I haven't tried spin class. I used to go cycling where I used to live. There was an amazing track and me and my girlfriend used to go. It's like a 10-mile like thing. And I love like actual cycling, but I've never tried a spin class. No.
You would love a spin class. All right. Okay. I've taught spin. Okay. My God, I loved it so much.
See it, and I want to be a spin girl.
Yeah, but I loved it so much. Okay, because you're on a bike, right? And there's music blasting. Yeah. And you've got your own beat. You got your rhythm to the toe. Okay. You can dance. Ooh, you get little moves going on. Okay. Yes.
I see it, and I'm I'm so intimidated by it. Don't be. I might try it.
Yes, and yeah, you should definitely try it. Just know that it will hurt the first time. And I mean, like your tailbone, the muscles around your, like the padding around your butt. But you do develop a bit of a butt callus, which helps. Okay. And not technically, it's not like you form a callus on your butt, but the first couple of times don't hurt nearly
You feel a little raw and alive. You can feel it.
It's like a big bruise on your butt.
Okay.
It's what it feels like, really, to me. But yes, so fun. I love teaching spin. It's been years since I did, but I did love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to try it. I might go on base. They have classes and stuff.
The music is where it's at.
I feel like you got to find the right
Yes, and there's just something about those the spin instructors just are able to hit another level.
Yeah, just elevate you, huh?
Yeah, because you see all the Peloton instructors when they're showing the Peloton classes and stuff, and obviously, I mean, the Peloton instructors are like pros,
right?
And they're so motivating. But just in general, I think spin instructors tend to be that type of.
You can't be like
that type of personality.
You have to,
because it is very clubby. I mean, you got to be willing to talk over the music. You're wearing a mic, and
you're just into it. You want to see them jamming and dancing.
It's so fun.
Ooh, I think I would love it. I'm so intimidated by it, but I'm going to try it. I'll report back here.
And just
it's not going to be a runner. Maybe I'll be a spinner.
You can always sit down. You don't have to.
This is true.
You don't have to do what they're doing in a class ever. Yeah. It's my biggest pet peeve is just people not feeling comfortable enough to just take it at their own pace in a class setting.
I used to love, I used to do Zumba and all this stuff. I used to love class things. And then I did this training program called F45. It was in where I used to live. And I got to the point where I would wake up in the morning stressed and upset. And the closer the time got to going to this workout, I literally started having driving there. I would literally, because I did it with my girlfriends. 2 of them are runners. Okay. There I am and the whole class, it was a workout. It was a workout class. Part of it was outside. It was kind of like circuits outside mixed with running and stuff. But our warm up would be to run to the track, run around the track and run back. That was just the warm up. But in a class, when you're in a Zumba class or a spin class, if I'm sitting down on the bike, it's not causing anybody else to, stop what they're doing. Sure. In this class, the way it's designed is we're all in it together. So they would wait till the last person. And I'm and there I am. One time we had to carry this freaking plate around the stadium and run with it. And here I am, trying to run. And the whole group is standing there I'm the fat, slow kid. And I was I went home and cried, y'all. I cried and cried and cried. And I actually gained weight during this time. I think because I was so stressed. It was the nightmare of my existence. I could never... And I get it, camaraderie, we're in this together, let's lift each other up. No, let me be. Let me walk around with my plate, lost and confused and sweating and not being able to breathe. And y'all go ahead and do what you need to do. I'll come. I'll make it. I'm not going to die, but y'all go ahead. And they'd be come on. And I'm y'all, I never went back after that day. I did this for 3 months. And it was that one day, that one moment. And I was laying in bed that night and I could see the people clapping I'm the slow kid. Because most of the people in this, they weren't varying in athletic ability. They were all here and then there's me. And it was just the running, all the other stuff, the circuits, I was in there. So once I got back from my little warm up, but then now the whole time I'm just ties. It was, I have PTSD right now. My hands are sweating and I'm imagining this view of me coming around with this. So I'm holding this plate. I'm trying to run because I got around the corner where they could see me. And y'all.
I don't know what I guess the method there is supposed to be motivating.
Yes.
But there just, to me, is nothing worse than calling attention to somebody that is doing the best that they can.
But it's not as good as
and yet still
else.
Not getting... okay, let them work their struggle out.
Yeah.
Whatever they got going on,
they're there. I'm showing up. I'm there every day. But now you just now
you've seen this
down.
person out. Yeah, I've never been into that.
And when I made it, they were good job. I was it's not a good job. Y'all had to wait 7 minutes to delay your workout because me and my plate couldn't make it around the damn stadium in time. Now I'm just so embarrassed. I wanted to crawl into a hole. So I get it. Yeah, I get the concept of uplifting each other, but no, when you're that person with the plate at the end, you're not uplifted. Everybody else is feeling at least I did better than that girl. Woo, come on, Lila, let's go. What's your plate? Let's go.
Well, that's when Biggest Loser was first coming out, a big thing. I was training at New Life, I had clients, whatever. Well, Jillian, everybody will say, you remind me of Jillian girl. How big is that Jillian girl? Why? Because she's a brunette and has muscles. That was literally what it was. Because our personalities are not the same. I could not actually stand how she treated those people that she was supposed to be helping. I just don't understand the bullying and shaming. And maybe that's not necessarily what her approach was. It just was very stern and like
to motivate
reminding them this was what they wanted.
Yeah.
But also, I just am not into breaking people down.
Right. Because all it took, I'm telling you, after that day, I never went back. You know, so like if I could have worked up to their level that day, that moment, I cried all night. I laid in bed crying, reliving this moment. And I just feel like I get where they were trying to go with it, but you just never know how it's going to affect people, you know? And like, so if you're last with the weight plate, just let me just be, you know?
Yeah, just
go ahead. I'll see y'all in there on the bikes. I'll see you in there with the squats. I got you. I got squats all day. I can squat all day. You know, I can lift weights and squat all day, but throw some running in at me. Yeah.
So, I still think we're saying running, but I think everybody knows we're talking about jogging. I'd have never in my life run unless it was a sprint. Even when I'm talking about running 5 miles, that shit took me over an hour.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I am struggle busing it.
Jogging.
It's a jog.
Right.
Yeah. And then you're looking up techniques like, maybe if I bounce on my toes, or should I do this? Or you're like, what's my stride? It's just hard is the problem. It's not the shoe. It's not any of those things. It's
and
just
like
hard.
I've actually, when I was doing the C2 5K, that's what it's called. I actually found that my walk sometimes, my pace on my 4-mile walk was faster than my run walk because I would slow down so much after running that 1.5, 2 minutes. I would slow down so much because I was in, like, I couldn't catch my breath. I was in pain, whatever. I can speed walk like jogging level, you know?
Yes.
So I found out my pace is actually faster speed walking, you know, which might be someone's jog and I don't know if it's my stride. I don't know if it's just how I lift my legs, but once you make me run, my body's like, they just won't go. Like they won't, after a 1.5 minutes, they just stop moving forward.
I get it.
Lifting, you know? So not everybody's meant to be a runner, guys, and that's okay.
And it's totally okay. You can still get your steps in.
Right. And cardio's not the end all be
all for fitness. No, not at all. There was something I was going to say about that and it just slipped my mind. What was it? It felt important at the time. We were talking about the running.
Strides. Finding your... One thing I will comment though is shoes. I was never a believer. I always bought shoes for looks. You know, like, oh, I want these Nikes because I like the way they look. I want these, whatever. And then when I did start attempting to jog and all these things, I found my On Clouds, which are designed for it, my knees the next day. And I was like, God, this running is just horrible. And I found my shoe and I did not realize it makes that big of a difference. But now I know exactly what my running, walking shoe needs to be for my foot. And it has changed my life. And they are the Under Armour shoes and they're the men's, Under Armour men's, because they're so wide right here. So somehow I guess my stride, whatever. But On Clouds, which are the most comfortable shoes in the world to like bop around in. But you put me on a 2-mile walk on those, the next day, my legs, everything. It hurts. Yeah, it's insane. I'm a believer in shoes.
It definitely matters. I was getting ready for a show one year, and I was getting up every morning and doing cardio on the same apartment treadmill, like a little fitness center in my apartment complex. And when I first moved to Florida, we didn't have a gym right away, so we had the apartment. I was going in there. I'm getting ready for this contest, and I literally wore the same tennis shoes on the same treadmill at the same time of day for the same amount of time. Every day. Like for months. I got turf toe, which is where, and I was walking on an incline. So I guess what was happening is as I was stepping, it was creating more of a separation for my toe and it was stretching those tendons and they were becoming lax. And that it hurt like a motherfucker. And I was getting ready for the contest. So you just have to keep going and figure it out. Every step I was taking was horrific. Even when I wasn't on the treadmill, it became an issue. Right. So yeah, replace your shoes even if they still look good. That was a lesson that I learned.
Yeah. That sometimes it's not the look, because now I won't walk in shoes but these 2 pairs of Under Armour shoes that I have, which I love and love and love. And that's it. I don't know what I did in my knee yesterday. I was trying to be too cute. I was, I was just trying to do too much. And here I am in pain. I'm not a runner or jogger. But yeah, so guys, that's our take on running and
goddamn, we're good at this.
And all those things. And here we are. Yeah. So it's okay not to be a runner. That's that I feel like that's the, don't let society and the internet and, you know, oh, you should be able to do this and your goal should be to be able to do this. You can be healthy, you can work out, you can do other cardio. Running doesn't have to be it.
No. And on that note, we're out. This week, we will catch you next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. YouTube, Spotify, we're everywhere. OFTV.
OFTV.
I mean,
taking over. We're just taking over the world.
We are
guys.
taking over.
Join us.
You look like you could take over in that blonde hair.
Girl, I'm ready. The way I'm feeling.